The Kim Yong-ho parent killing case, a hellish revenge. This is one of South Korea's most horrific murder cases, one that still haunts the nation. A parasite so brutal, it's almost unspeakable. It happened in 1989, in rural Gapyong, Gyeonggi province. The killer's name, Kim Yong-ho. He murdered both his biological mother and his stepfather, and in the worst possible way. He burnt his living mother alive. Evidence later shows he likely sexually assaulted her too, and then set fire to her body to cover it up. This wasn't a split-second murder. It was calculated, monstrous, and terrifying in its cruelty. It began on the night of November 25, 1989, around 11 p.m. in Sangcheonri, Hwaseomian, Gapyong County. An intoxicated Kim Yong-ho barged into his mother's home. She had remarried and lived with her new husband. He screamed at her, "My life was ruined because of you. You abandoned me for another man." Wielding a knife, he threatened, "Die now. Kill yourself with this. Do it in front of me." According to him, his mother felt his murderous intent and drove the knife into her own abdomen 4 times. But this is solely his testimony. She left no witness behind, so we can't be sure. We must assume Kim did it himself. Bleeding heavily, he bound her hands and feet with cloth. He covered her head, dragged her by cart into the yard, and laid her down. He stacked dried corn stalks and branches over her body, doused her in kerosene, and set her on fire while she was still alive. This was his biological mother. He burned her alive, yet this horrible story doesn't end there. A month earlier, on October 29th, he killed his stepfather, Mr. Kim Han Tae, a man with advanced paralysis. Kim demanded land money from him. When refused, he struck him in the head with a soda bottle, then beat him mercilessly with his fists and boots until he died. The death was ruled a stroke, and no one reported it. His mother surely knew, but didn't report it. Was it guilt, fear, or loyalty that silenced her? We'll never know. But if she'd spoken up, maybe she wouldn't have died so horrifically. The police launched an investigation after they found the burning body. Gapyong was a quiet place, with almost no serious crimes. But when such a horrifying case emerged, investigators zeroed in on Kim Yong-ho. They hunted him down and arrested him 3 days later, on November 28th, in a cheap inn in Bongcheon-dong, Seoul. During the investigation, an even more shocking detail surfaced. Evidence suggested Kim had sexually assaulted his mother before burning her. The crime wasn't just brutal, it was unconscionable. Kim had also destroyed his own family. He had married, beaten his wife, and driven her away. He abandoned his 2 young children, one at Cheongyangni, the other at Dongdaemun. He deserted them just as his mother had deserted him. At trial, not an ounce of remorse emerged. He claimed, "I was never loved, abandoned, and stigmatized as a criminal. I became angry at the world and turned into a monster." But that was just rationalization. Millions have suffered hardship, yet not one becomes this monstrous. The mind that can commit such acts is a psychopath's. Kim was sentenced to death. His sentence was carried out on December 29, 1992. By then, he had become a Christian. His last words, "My mother abandoned me. I was never loved. I became angry at the world." But there's no redemption in those words. Only excuses. This case, parricide, incest, sexual assault, live burning, is not just a crime. It's a human abyss. The killer, who said he hated his mother, ended up murdering her brutally. He abandoned his children too. This isn't distant history. This was real. Monster or human, anger or evil, it doesn't matter. This is a warning. Deep in families, within ourselves, violence can fester. Thank you for listening.